What's going on, everybody? It's Stephen here from Digital Renovations. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell icon and touch your nose with your left index finger if you want to help me out here and stay up to date with the latest videos from Digital Renovations. Wouldn't it be great if there was some way of interacting with an endpoint like before it was done? You know what you're expecting as a response, the data points have all been agreed upon, but the engineering team building the new endpoints are just getting started with the work. Enter Postman's Mock servers. This handy dandy feature allows you to set up faux endpoints that will respond to you with your predefined payloads, meaning you can get started right away and just set up the endpoints later. You can begin simulating what it will look like to work with the new endpoint, or endpoints, today. Let's take a look in Postman at how we can set this up. If you haven't already opened Postman, pause the video and then we'll step through this together once it's loaded. Now in my workspace sidebar, I actually have mock servers already over here. You may not. If you don't have it there already, click down on this bottom icon to configure the workspace sidebar. It's going to open this little prompt here, and you can configure what elements are going to be visible to you. So you just want to select mock servers, and then you should be all good. Now that that's done, let's jump into the mock servers menu, and we're going to click create a mock server. Now you can create a mock server based on an existing collection, but we're going to go with creating a new collection for this new project. So let's get started creating our endpoints. You can see here in the request methods, you've got everything that could possibly be imaginable. We're just going to stick with get for now, and we're going to have a dummy request URL so that we can see a list of customers. So we're going to call this the get customers endpoint. We're going to expect a 200 response, and I have pre-built a JSON body to stick in there that simply has an array of customers within it. Now when we hit our customers endpoint, we're going to get a list of customers back in JSON format that we're expecting. We're also going to create an endpoint to create a new customer. So let's change our request method to post. Our path is going to be new customer. We're going to make this a 201 response because we're expecting that it's now created something. And we're just going to add a message. That customer created. Easy done. Now if we click next, we can start configuring our mock server. So we're going to give it a name, Digital Renovations Customers. We're not going to bother setting up an environment for it, but we will save the mock server URL as a new environment variable. So this is going to mean that when we're looking at our collection, the endpoints are going to have the environment variable set for the URL, because they're not the prettiest looking things and they're quite long, so if you were trying to type it in or look for a typo, it could get quite confusing. We don't need a network delay added. Now you can make your servers private or public. Now if you're just using dummy data, public may be completely fine, but if you are going to be using something sensitive or it's a bit more of a secret project, you might want to set this as private. There'll be an API key that you and the team can use to access the server. For us here, we're just going to go with public. So we'll create a mock server. Alright, here we are. Here you can see our mock server, its URL, as said, quite lengthy. If you need to share this with any of your team or with a third party, you can copy that and send it across to them and they will be able to access it. This screen here is going to show us our logs for the mock server so that we can see any activity that's going on. Right now there isn't any, but if we jump into our collections, we can see that a new collection has been created for Digital Renovations customers, which I have clearly misspelt. I'm going to jump in, we'll click Get Customers. Now if we click Send here, we're going to get back a JSON payload response that I created earlier. If we jump into our new customer endpoint. Ideally, we would set up a body for what the new customer is going to look like. I'm not going to do that right now. We'll just click send. And we're going to see that we've got a response back message, customer created. Fantastic. If we jump back into our mock server tab and select Digital Renovations Customer, currently we can't see anything, but if we click refresh logs, here we can see our 2 most recent calls. Click in, we can see the requests that were sent and the bodies that were sent back with the headers. Now there's heaps more that we could unpack about this, but I think that sounds like another video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you found this helpful and want more content like this. And until next time, have a good one.